Hello and welcome to Zgermanguy Reviews. I'm Zgermanguy. It's been a long time since we last talked about the Rumpelstiltskin-esque human-pig hybrid, the Zams. I have no idea what to expect and I am terrified for my life. Let's do this. We begin the movie with circus music, and I fully expect to be jump scared by a killer clown any minute now. Remember the time when things that were meant as cute and innocent actually were because your mind didn't immediately go to the darkest of places? Yeah, me neither. So, lots of space footage right now. Will an old man voice tell us about the cosmological importance of the Zams race in a moment? Variables, stretching out to infinity. Today, we are going to watch such a possibility. So come with me and ask yourself, what if? Oink oink. And what do you know? We see photographs of the Zams monologuing about his old life.
How did you get into space? How did you get into space? How did you get into space?
Yes, old life, because he explains that after Herr Taschenbier became happily married and they had a child together, there was no reason anymore for the Zams to stay. There was no reason for you to become part of his life either. But in case it was ever needed, he left him with Zams return droplets. Oh, that's so nice of you. Wait, let me store that somewhere safe. The Zam says that he has been waiting for that moment to arrive for over 10 years now. Okay, I have been making fun of this, like, haha, he never wants to see you again, but seriously, if he hasn't called you a single time in over 10 years, not even to see how you have been, that should tell you something, shouldn't it? Herr Taschenbier's son, who goes by the name Martin, starts his day by being bullied by his sports teacher, who reminds me of that dog-obsessed villain from Wolfenstein Old Blood.
Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein hotdog.
The shittiness continues. On Martin's birthday, not a single person shows up. His father figures, if this is not the perfect time for the Zamses, yeah, sounds about right, return, when is it? He puts the droplets into his drink and just mere 8 minutes into the movie, the star of the film appears. Nicely done. Other family films would still be stuck 20 more minutes hammering home how everything sucks in his life right now. Kudos. Taschenbier is happy to see his old friend again. Introductions are made and Martin immediately checks out the Zams' magic abilities by wishing for a bunch of cake. No. For a bunch of cake you are 4 short. This is just a lot of cake right now. Frau Taschenbier, being a bit of a joykill, wants her son to have a normal friend and forces her husband to waste all the wishes away.
Wünsche den Wasserhahn auf. Wünsche den Wasserhahn zu. Ich wünsche den Kühlschrank auf. Ich wünsche den Kühlschrank zu.
It's not like you were using those wishes reasonably before. At the dog parlor, the two new best friends see Martin's sports teacher picking up his dog. The boy and the creature that looks like it's hiding Zelda in a castle somewhere play a prank on him. Later, at gym class. After being nursed back to life by his mother, the sports teacher declares war on the little boy. He fails his aerobic test, so he orders him to learn a ton of Olympic sports data. Actually learning? That defeats the purpose of this class. At the roller skating club, the mean old teacher tries to woo a woman.
Darf ich bitten?
Aber nur den einen Tanz. Die Polka ist leider schon dem Herrn Vereinsvorsitzenden versprochen. Einem Vorsitzenden kann man nichts abschlagen. Schon gar nicht so kurz vor der Wahl.
Ah yes, chairman in a roller skating club. A true pussy magnet. Now hurry up everyone, we need to make room for the next ridiculous club with nonsensical rules.
Alles für den Dackel, alles für den Club, unser Leben für den Hund.
Martin and the Sums there while have a fight. Martin blaming the swimsuit kid for what happened. The Sums wants to make up for it, telling Martin that he needs to drink the return potion. That way the lost spots will also return, since they are a part of him. Okay, the way in which you phrased this sounded like as if those little dots are stored in a pocket dimension. I thought they would just grow back. However, there are some side effects.
Ford,
Yes,
I think I'm a sofa.
I know how you feel.
No, actually, Martin just turns into Super Mario for a few minutes. Now the spots have returned. Smartly, they decide to put all the wishing freckles on the Sums' stomach. The next day, Martin runs into a girl from his class, playing a little game with her. Heads, they go to school together. Tails, they will ditch school. And he uses a cheating coin. If it should land on neither, then we will resort to a 26-sided die, in which case an elaborate game with 10 phases begins, where you, hey, where are you going? The father, not completely oblivious, noticed that Herr Daume was acting strange, and that there was a new teacher no one had heard of before, and so he finds out what's going on. Herr Taschenbier first warns the two that those wishes, if done incorrectly, can be very harmful, and tells them to stop. Until he has an idea to get in on the fun himself. Responsible fatherman, away! When Martin invites a girl over, he makes the Sums go outside, where Herr Daume, who in the meantime has investigated the strange things happening to him and pinpointed the source to the home of the Taschenbiers, is waiting to catch the Sums for himself. First order of business, we need to correct history. Give us back Jerusalem. The cruel pedagogue is informed that if anyone besides a Taschenbier family member makes use of the wish powers, that there are random, unpredictable side effects. He doesn't believe it, even though after making a glass of beer appear, it also results in a goat shitting on his carpet. Next, a tree grows inside his house after getting a new car. Then he wishes for the goat out of his room, only for the television to turn into a leaking aquarium. Suddenly, his sports trophies explode, his feet turn freakishly long.
Welcome one and all to weirdmageddon!
The roller skate club has a pre-election party to decide who is gonna be the new chairman, which of course Herr Daume intends to manipulate. He makes 3-4 wishes at once, and the terrifying consequences of this are a dog on the seat and his car looking like it's experiencing a video game bug. Can we have dragons? The next day, Herr Daume gets a surprise visit by the superintendent. Because the athlete was too busy tormenting Martin each morning, all his other students are, to put it politely, crap. So he wishes for the other man to like his teaching results anyway, causing an elephant to appear in school. Now we are talking. Let him spit fire out of his trunk and I'm happy. The crazy teacher then declares himself rector of the school and removes all other classes that is not sport. My villainous ambitions reach as far as the freedom of movement a goldfish has in its glass. Herr Daume is not quite done yet. He moves into a big mansion where the Sums escapes from his grasp, and a lot of the side effects from his wishes come back to haunt him. Fitzgerald Daume, yes, his actual full name, uses up his last few remaining wishes. Meanwhile, the Taschenbier family puts 2 and 2 together and notices that something is a bit off about current events, which can only mean the Sums has been kidnapped. On election night for the new position of chairman of the club, he only gets 1 vote, because of a wish technicality. See, he wanted to manipulate 4 minds at once, but he needed to use 1 dot for each vote. That was the correct answer. Sorry, restart the game. The bad guy is furious, because he has no wishes left and therefore no way of forcing the Sums to tell him how to get new ones. Martin, who followed his teacher, tries to save his friend but immediately gets discovered. And so he tortures him using the most heinous method ever: school gymnastics. One day, all the fat kids, asthmatics and nerds are going to band together and take you down! The buddies come up with a trick. They convince Herr Daumen to get on the roof and yell Gatzmas at midnight. As you may remember, the Sams is supposed to say it. If anybody else does, they will get the dots, thereby making it impossible for the person in question to use any wishes. So, can just anyone get on the roof and yell Gatzmas, or does it have to be in the presence of the Sams? Oh well, at this point I have tried everything to get magical powers. What do I have to lose? My face! Their deception works and they force the bad teacher to stay up on high, so they can get back with Mr. and Mrs. Taschenbier. However, they realize that the door has been locked, and instead of just getting back up again and order up a key, they spend the night in the school gym. On the next morning, the janitor lets them out. The school board, thinking Herr Daumen had a mental breakdown from all the pressure from being school director, decide to put everything back to normal. Martin has found a friend in his classmate, and a new morning dawns, but instead of the kikeriki, the sound of Gatzma screams fill the air. And that was the Sams in danger. Is it better or worse than its predecessor? Well, I would say it's pretty much on the same level than the first one. There is surprisingly little Sams in this Sams movie. Most of the scenes involve the human characters, whereas the Sams just pops up occasionally, dishes out a few rhymes, makes a few wishes come true, and then disappears again. I was surprised with the direction the film took. I was convinced the whole story would be about Martin struggling to find friends. But no, all he needed was a little push, which is very refreshing to be honest. There was a small fight between Martin and his father, but that was of no great importance and was quickly resolved. The side effects of the wishes were a bit disappointing. It was amusing for 5 minutes, but they didn't really commit to that idea all that much. Most of the time it's just some random zoo animals appearing. Go all out! Have puppets that look like from the Sesame Street lead a parade through the school. Have a plane pilot smash through the window with his parachute. Let every head of every student in the school be replaced with a Dorito or something. But no, it's just another light-hearted, funny kids movie with no greater ambitions of being anything more than that. It's not very good, it's not very bad, it's just whatever. Next time, we will conclude the Sams trilogy and see if they wished for some better out-of-the-box ideas. Zgermanguy out and auf Wiedersehen.